Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about distribution theory and number theory. Okay, what is distribution theory and number theory? Theory is just about how things get distributed. Okay, you take a small balls, big balls, tennis balls, and those kind of things, and you just want to find out the distribution patterns of those things. Okay, probability theory is based on those kind of distribution patterns. Like say you flip a coin, so it can fall as a head or a tail. The probability of falling a head is half. The probability of falling a tail is half. Those kind of probability distribution. So you have rounded structures like you want to pack a huge number of balls with different sizes into a particular box or something like that. Then you use probability theory. Okay, you can use probability theory of how to pattern that how to arrange those balls within that box so that you can fill maximum, minimum, and those kind of things. Okay, this is called a probability distribution. Okay, this is distribution is used everywhere within the world or something like that. Okay, now we have to know what are numbers. Okay, numbers are there are different kinds of numbers. One is odd number, even number, prime numbers, and composite numbers and things like that. Okay, odd numbers are things which are kind of divisible by divisible. They are not divisible by two. That is why they are called odd numbers. Then you have prime numbers. Prime numbers are unique numbers. Okay, and which are not divisible by anything except one, and those kind of things. So prime clusters are things which are which are divisible only by those prime numbers, the multiple of those prime numbers. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, you have to learn what are prime numbers, what are odd numbers, even numbers, what are surds, so what is irrational numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and how clusters are formed. Okay, for probability understanding probability distribution and other things, you have to know what are surds. Surds are the things which are irrational by irrational. Those kind of division kind of algorithms are called irrational by irrational. They are called surds are the basic structural formation of the universe. Okay, so that you have to understand. Okay, probability distribution is based on those surds. Okay, probability distribution happens. Those structures which are probability distribution are all surds. Okay, from surds, irrational numbers are kind of waves. Okay, and odd numbers are kind of odd numbers are kind of like links. Okay, and primes are like some kind of nodes. Prime numbers are some kind of nodes. Prime clusters are also some kind of nodes where they can cluster together and those kind of things, like an atom which clusters with nucleus. Okay, they are called prime clusters. Okay, like hydrogen atom which has got a single nucleus, a single neutron or sorry, electron, or a single proton or something like that. Those are called single prime clusters. Okay, multiple single prime numbers. Okay, single prime clusters are like nucleus of U237 and things like those kind of those are kind of prime clusters. So you can have prime numbers and prime clusters are all nodes of a network. So I already told about networks. Network is the basic thing of understanding how neural networks are constructed and those kind of because you need those basic things to do neural network construction. Okay, if you are instead of doing neural network construction, you can do the whole thing using probability theory and other kind of distribution theory. Okay, numbers are straight away used in certain kind of algorithms. Okay, I told you about artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, and other kinds of learning methods to do pattern recognition and other things. You can straight away use distribution pattern theory for those kind of number clusters. You can use number clusters and distribution theory just straight away to do inference algorithms. Okay, you can straight away reduce algorithms to get some kind of logic and other things. Okay, logical structures are all embedded within those number clusters. Okay, when you have two equal numbers perpendicular to each other, then you have a root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, so structures which are usually equal and the structures which are equally and distribution is like orthogonal to each other, those kind of distribution usually have an irrational number. Irrational numbers are kind of waves. Okay, so first you have to understand the correlation between a physical concept and a number theory concept. Okay, they have highly correlated things. Okay, then you have to understand what is probability distribution, how probability distribution works on those kind of numbers. Okay, number theory was equivalent to wave theory. Okay, the wave theories use those kind of numbers to do distribution pattern recognition and other things. Okay, don't think numbers are kind of like they are not kind of useful or something like. Usually, even waves are just the irrational numbers. Surds are kind of structural formation. After if you have a building or something like that, then you have that structure is basically a surd number. Okay, you can represent using a surd numbers. Okay, what is the thing? So surd clusters form what are called structures of the universe. Okay, the universe has different kinds of structures. These surds are the basic things of forming universal structure. Nodes are kind of prime numbers and prime clusters. Okay, and links between them are all irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are the wave generation of the particular prime clusters, or prime numbers are the prime clusters. Okay. Now, if you want to do understand patterns, pattern recognition is very fast. If you use kind of probability distribution theory and other kinds of number theories, it's very easy. Okay, even distribution is for even numbers are mostly for polarity, like the earth has north and south pole. Those are all polarity kind of distribution. Those actually their distribution is like that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this, how the even numbers work and odd numbers are all like links, and even numbers are all polarity, and prime numbers are all poles, and kind of they are the poles or the vertices of the network, those kind of things. Okay, so the equivalence of network. So once you have modulation, demodulation of the network, okay, you can learn some of the things of the structures. Okay, so the algorithms work fast when you use number distribution. When you use number distribution, you can get algorithms generated very easily, and fast inference engines can be made within the kind of artificial intelligence. I told you about learning methods can be two methods, or deep learning methods, and deep learning algorithms can be easily generated using probability theory and the number theory. Okay, see, similarly, you can use it for machine learning also. Say you have a robo, and you have about two or three links for the hand. So you want to increase the number of links to the hand, okay, for lifting something. Okay, so that kind of increase in number of links helps you, is a kind of prime distribution, how the nodes have to be placed, how the prime numbers have to be arranged for those kind of nodes, why prime numbers have to be arranged, how the surds will be formed, how the structure of the hand will be there as a surd, and those kind of things. Okay, so you can usually directly use those kind of things for easy manipulation and doing a fast inference engine, and it's kind of very intelligent, those kind of things. Okay, so you can just it's a kind of number theory and probability distribution. You can use these two to do a high level of intelligent work. Okay, even for voice recognition, pattern recognition, and deep learning and machine learning, those kind of things can be used. Okay, this is just an introductory. So today we saw what are prime numbers, what are odd numbers, what are even numbers, what are surds, what is irrational numbers. Irrational by irrational usually gives what is called a surd numbers. Surd numbers are the structural forms of the universe, so you have to understand that very clearly. Surds are the basic structural forms of the universe, and after that, irrational numbers are the waves, and rational prime numbers are the nodes of the network. Prime and prime clusters are the nodes of the network, and links are the even numbers are the kind of polarities of the nodes. Polarities of the nodes are created by even numbers and those kind of things. Okay, this is an equivalence relation kind of things where you can use artificial intelligence, and you can just use number theory itself to do artificial intelligence kind of learning for machine learning, and doing other kinds of research work. Okay, this is just an introduction, so I just wanted to finish off here. Thank you so much.